All the world is waiting for you, and me you were there. Okay, let me stop. You know, I do live for that song, but yeah. So apparently, um, I don't know how this is news. I think we all kind of knew it was coming. It was just only a matter of time. I think they were talking about that they were going to bring this up, that there's a Wonder Woman movie or something happening with at San Diego Comic-Con. However, I've been hearing stories, and I think it was over there. I didn't watch the episode, but I saw it in the headlines. So I don't know if there was like it's true or not. But the word on the street is apparently DC is not going to be showing up at San Diego Comic-Con, and people are trying to say, will it have anything to do with the fact that Superman is getting mixed reviews or whatever? I don't care what anybody's saying. I'm still going to see the movie regardless. Excuse me. So whatever. But James Gunn revealed on social media and well in a recent interview with Entertainment Weekly that yes, there is a Wonder Woman movie coming and they are writing the script, which I was like, duh, we all knew that because at this point, we have Superman coming. We have Supergirl's already in the can. They're working on the post production, all that other stuff. We already know that we have Lanterns coming. Don't know when that's coming, but we know they're working on that. So Aaron Pierre, speaking of Lanterns, last night at the BET Awards, sitting with his boo thing, Tiana Taylor, who tore it up, by the way. We'll get into all of that after, once we're done with this topic. I'm going to give my BET recap. I almost slipped and fell right into it and went on topic, but let me bring it back. So yeah. So we have Lanterns coming. We also have Batman coming. Don't know when. Well, they said it's supposed to come out in 2027. Who the hell knows at this point when they're officially going to start unless they delay it again. We don't know what's going on with the Brave and the Bold. That's probably going to be James Gunn's other Elseworld Batman or whatever. So they need to figure that out. And we all knew it was only a matter of time. Like, yeah, you have to bring a Wonder Woman because the trifecta of DC would be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. You have to bring Wonder Woman in some shape or form. Thank God, and I know they ain't say it, but we already know. If you already got rid of the old guard of superhero actors, like if Jason Momoa is, even though he's Lobo now, not coming back as Aquaman, if you don't have Batfleck coming back, if you don't have Henry Cavill coming back, if you were still pissed off about that, we already know we're not getting that damn Zionist over there. That Israeli baby murderer, Gal Gadot, her non-acting ass. We already know we're not getting her to come back as Wonder Woman. Thank you, Jesus, because the bitch couldn't act her way out of a dirty ass tampon. So I'm glad they're getting a new actress. I'm hoping it's going to be, speaking of Jason Momoa, his girlfriend. I think it was Adriana Jorna, I think is her name. Everybody's been saying they want her to be Wonder Woman. We'll see who they pick. But I'm here for a new Wonder Woman. And it was like, we all knew it was coming. It was only a matter of time, but it's just a matter of when. And they do have a series, I do believe, that's coming out that they're working on. That's supposed to be on HBO Max, because that's what they call it again. And I stayed dead naming that name. I refuse to go Max. I'm like, it's HBO Max. Just like X will always be damn Twitter. So, speaking of which, so yeah, so we're getting a Wonder Woman movie. And but they're supposed to be making a series based on the Amazonians of Themyscira. So I don't know when that's coming, but let's get into the story. So now, in a new exclusive interview with EW, that would be Entertainment Weekly, ahead of the launch of Superman, Gunn officially confirms that a Wonder Woman movie is in development as we speak, saying, quote, Wonder Woman's a separate thing to the already announced Paradise Lost HBO Max series, which is slow moving, but it's moving. We're working on Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman's being written right now. Now, y'all already know Gal Gadot starred as Diana Prince in the previous era of DC films, first as Zack Snyder's Batman v Superman, followed by 2 Wonder Woman movies from director Patty Jenkins, a Justice League movie, 2 if you include the Snyder Cut, and cameos in Shazam, Fury of the Gods, and The Flash. Plans for Godot's third solo outing as the beloved comic book character were scrapped once Gunn and Safran were appointed to lead DC and usher in a new cinematic universe, saying, quote, I was open to considering anything asked of me. This is what Jenkins commented in 2022 of the canceled Wonder Woman 3, saying, it was my understanding there was nothing I could do to move anything forward at this time. DC is obviously buried in changes they are having to make, so I understand these decisions are difficult right now. Now, Gunn confirms that he has not yet cast the role of Wonder Woman in the new DCU, but he also clarifies Zaslab's comment, saying, Quote, I think that's accurate, actually. He says of Superman, Batman, Supergirl, and Wonder Woman being the crucial characters to the franchise. I think that he got that from something I said. I wouldn't say only those four characters, but I would say that those four characters are incredibly important to us. Right now, I feel great about where two of those characters are, and then we're dealing with the other two. And that's what I'm like, yeah, I've been saying this for the longest. I almost forgot to mention, I mean, I think I did mention Supergirl. But yeah, and part of this whole situation, when we had the Justice League thing before, and I think somebody asked him also in the interview about Justice League. Nothing's on the, and he's like, nothing is on the table in regards of Justice League right now. And I'm glad they're kind of taking that direction, because the problem I had with the DCEU, I felt like they were trying to play catch up with the MCU. So y'all ushered in and rushed in this whole Justice League situation without giving all the other characters that you brought into the Justice League an opportunity to find their own path and have their own individual movies. And that's why I feel like Justice League suffered a bit, because it was like, oh yeah, we're trying to catch up with the MCU. But here you have to think, the MCU had a while to build up their momentum before we got, the Avengers. And all the other little characters that you had in there, yeah, they were in other programs, other shows, other movies and things before they were added to the whole Avengers situation. So it didn't feel like a rush job. I felt like the DCEU was a bit of a rush job. So I do agree that DCU needs to take their time trying to, get the scripts right, usher in the characters they need to usher in. And I do think that it's a great idea that they will focus on Superman, Supergirl, Batman, and Wonder Woman. I would love to see a real proper Wonder Woman movie. Now, don't get me wrong, I love the first Wonder Woman. I just thought that the whole fish out of water aspect to it definitely worked to Gal Gadot's strengths as a limitedly talented actress. So they definitely worked in it, and they definitely worked in that thick ass Israeli accent of hers, where they made everybody try to sound like, what her accent was. So I like the fact that Patty Jenkins was smart enough to work, on her limitations as an actor. I would kind of compare it to Dave Bautista, but Dave Bautista at least put in the work to prove that, when he works with the right people, he actually is a much better actor in a lot of situations. So people need to give him his credit, because I think a lot of times when you look at people who are athletes who get into the whole acting thing, a lot of people don't take them seriously. They think like, oh yeah, they're very, limited. But I just feel like out of all the ones that have come out, from Dwayne Johnson on down, that Dave Bautista has proved himself to be like one of the finest athlete turned actors that we've had in a long time. So I appreciate that. And I like this whole idea of them wanting to bring in these characters. And I'm here for seeing what they do with Paradise Lost. I'm definitely curious to see what they're going to do with Supergirl, because I felt like, you know what? We've never really gotten a proper Supergirl movie. I mean, I remember the one from back in the day with Helen Slater, who's related to Christian. I can't remember, is that his cousin or his sister? I think that was his sister or whatever. I can't remember. But yeah, they're related. She was Supergirl back in the day. And yeah, those movies were cheesy because it was what it was at the time. But I would love to see like a really Supergirl get like her just due and be like a cool character in that world. And we kind of just like her and see what she does. And they got the chick that was in the first season of the Game of Thrones spinoff. The damn name escapes me. But y'all know the show. So she was Rhaenyra in the first season, and now she is our new Supergirl. So I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with Supergirl. I'm definitely looking forward to seeing what they're doing with Superman. I'm hearing like the early screenings for Superman are selling out pretty quick. I definitely am going to go see this movie when it comes out. I mean, if I don't get this to early screenings, it's fine. I'll just go and see it in IMAX like I see all my other big movies. So with all that being said, I definitely want to hear from you all. What do you guys think of this story? Are you excited that we're finally getting a Wonder Woman movie? And while I liked the first Wonder Woman, I don't know what the hell they was thinking with 1984, but that movie was straight up trash. The acting, like it really should. I just think like maybe Patty just didn't care at that point. She was like, this movie made so much money. I just don't give a damn. Like what happens? I don't know what happened with that movie, because that movie was just terrible. Y'all even had Maxwell Lord himself, AKA, Pedro Pascal gagging over. I'm like, God damn, this broad's acting is terrible. Damn, I wish I could have found that clip of that they put together of like how Gal Gadot's acting was coming across, and he's looking at her like, what the hell are you doing? Like, it was definitely giving that. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. Let me know what you guys think of this story in the comments down below.